today I'm bringing you another very interesting lesson. Sometimes you've probably wondered why you can't understand native English speakers, because sometimes they talk in phrases or slang that you don't really understand, or those words which are not very often used. So therefore, I think you need to know what are the commonly used native English phrases. That way, you will be able to understand native English speakers in a much better way. The first commonly used native English phrase is hang in there. Literally speaking, hang is when you actually put something over another thing, something hanging from a ceiling or hanging from a table, right? But hang in there is actually a phrase used by English or native English speakers simply to say that relax, or in other words, calm down. And this is used basically when things are going really bad for you. Okay, so things are not very good. You're probably stressed out, so perhaps you've lost your job, you've had an accident, or someone in your family is not keeping very well. So a lot of things are not going very well with you. But your friend who looks at you and sees that you are so stressed wants to encourage you. So all they say is, hang in there, relax. Things are going bad, but they're going to get better eventually. Okay, so that's a very good phrase that you can use with your friends, your colleagues, and your peers. Hang in there. The next phrase used by most native speakers, they always use the word rules and rocks. So when they get a new car, they're like, I love my new car. It totally rocks. I love my new haircut. It really rocks. Or I love my new computer. So what does that really mean? What does it mean to rule or rock? That's just a nice phrase or another way of saying that you really love something. Or you think that this new little thing that you've got is just awesome. So you want to tell someone that this new thing you've got is simply awesome, right? So I've got a new car, it completely rocks. Or completely rules. Okay. The next phrase used by English speakers, native English speakers, is blew me away. Okay. When does something blow? Because of the force of wind, right? When can something blow you away? Okay. Well, I'm not talking about a huge storm over here. What I'm talking about is something that takes you by complete surprise, and it's going to be a pleasant surprise. Okay, so when something pleasantly surprises you, so you are pleasantly surprised, you are very happy or you are very amazed at something in a very positive way. So this is an expression you use in a very positive way when you are pleasantly surprised. So if you've got a new handset and the camera on that phone works on a new technology, you are pleasantly surprised. Okay, so you can say that I've got the new iPhone 6s. The technology in the camera on that phone just blew me away because that was so amazing. You were pleasantly surprised. It was so much more than you thought that it would be. Okay, so that's what it means to blow you away. Okay, and the next expression or the next phrase is I missed the boat. Okay, just imagine you are trying to sail to a far-off destination, but your boat goes away, it sails away. What's going to happen if that ever happens? You don't get to sit on the boat and go to your destination, right? So I missed the boat is basically another way of saying that you missed an opportunity. Say, for example, you've wanted to start your own business, but when you had the chance to do that, you probably did not have enough funds, enough resources available to start that business. And then someone else just comes by and does the same thing that you've planned to do all along. What happened? You missed the boat. You did not take the opportunity. You missed the opportunity for whatever reasons. Okay, so I missed the boat is basically saying, oops, I missed the opportunity to do something. Okay, and the next one we've got for you is, we got off on the wrong foot. Okay, we all have 2 feet, right? 2 legs, 2 feet, correct? Okay, what does it mean to get off on the wrong foot? This is an expression that you use when you've met someone for the first time, but you've had a misunderstanding. So you've met someone for the first time, and on the first time of your meeting, you've had a misunderstanding. You may have had a small little argument, or let's say a disagreement. So say for example, I introduce you to a friend of mine. So now you and this friend of mine are meeting for the first time. But both of you have very different views about, say, science. And both of you kind of debate about it, and you have a bit of an argument. That's not a very good thing for someone who's meeting you for the first time, right? That's when you say, well, I met your friend Priscilla, but we kind of got off on the wrong foot. We met for the first time and we had a bit of a misunderstanding. We had a bit of a disagreement. We did not really get along on the first time that we met. All right, so the next expression is freaking out. Freaking out. What does that mean? When do you use this expression? This expression is used when you are talking about someone who is really agitated, very hyper, you know, or someone who's really in panic mode. Have you seen some people who go like, oh my God, they freak out. They freak out when they see a horror movie. They freak out when, a car just comes right in front of them. They think they're going to be, killed or, like killed in an accident. So they freak out. They become so agitated. They become all panicked. So freak out is basically saying that I'm all panicked, I'm agitated, I can't take it anymore. You're kind of going out of control when you say or when you use an expression like this. Okay, so this is a very common expression used when you're out of control and used especially by native English speakers. The next expression is to pitch in. What is it to pitch in? Okay, pitch in is basically another expression or a very common native English phrase to say that you've got to contribute. So this normally is used when there are a group of people and they all have to contribute, okay, toward anything. It could be anything. So we go all to dinner, all of us, maybe like 5 of us, we're friends, we go out for dinner. Okay, now we all are going to pitch in for the bill. So if the bill is $1,000, 5 of us, we're all going to pay $200 each. We're going to contribute. So we're going to pitch in for the bill for dinner. Sometimes you can also pitch in or contribute toward effort. It does not really have to be money. It could also be effort. So there are 10 people working on one project, but we all have to pitch in order to make the project successful. So we all have to combine our efforts to make the project a success. Okay, and the next expression or the next phrase used very commonly by English or native English speakers is I'm beat. Time to hit the sack. This is a very common expression used especially when you're really tired at night and you just want to go to sleep. So instead of saying, I'm very tired, I want to go to sleep, this is just another way of saying that I'm beat, time to hit the sack. The sack here refers to your bed or your pillow or wherever you sleep on. Okay, so you're tired, you want to go to bed, and this is another way of saying it. All right, and the last expression that most English native speakers use is I'm rusty, haven't done this in a long time. The word rust. You know, when a thing has not been used in a long time, rust, kind of comes over it, and the thing is not kind of used in a very well way. It can't be used in a very well way because it hasn't been used in a long time. So this is an expression that tells you that because you've not used a particular skill or a particular ability of yours in a very long time, you're probably not very good at it anymore. Okay, so say for example, you used to drive every day to work, but now it's been like 5 years and you haven't driven. That's a long time, right? So you've kind of not developed your skill or your ability to drive every day for a very long time. And therefore, you are rusty, right? So when you have not done something, or if you were good at a skill, but now you haven't done it in a long time. So what really happens is you are now out of practice. A lot of you were probably good at a particular sport. You may have been good at cricket or football, but suddenly you don't play anymore. So you can say, well, I'm not very good at this, I'm a little rusty, I haven't done this in a long time, I haven't played football in a long time. That's it from me on this lesson on commonly used native English phrases. I hope you found it very interesting, very informative. I'll be back with some more lessons. Until then, this is me saying, take care.